Last 4th of July, you may remember Hunter Biden was acting kind of funny on the Truman balcony over the south lawn of the White House. But this holiday week, he's hanging out in other more sensitive parts of the White House. Right, Mercy?
Chris, he's such a funny guy. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, Hunter Biden is moving on up to the West Side, specifically the West Wing of the White House. And it even has staffers wondering why.
First son Hunter Biden joined meetings with the president and senior staff this week in the West Wing. Reaction from senior staff described as, "What the hell is happening?"
Karine Jean-Pierre tried to explain why Hunter is hanging around a section of the White House reserved for official business.
Is he participating in meetings with senior advisors?
What I can say is that he came back with his dad from Camp David. He walked him into the speech prep, and he was in the room. That I can tell you, he was in the room. Anything else coming out of that reporting, I can't speak to, but I can say that, he's close to his family, which is not unusual.
What is unusual, Karine, is that Hunter also popped into a couple of meetings and phone calls the president had with advisors, according to NBC News. But the Hunter laptop might shed light on the potential selfish reasons Hunter's hanging around. Remember this text message from Hunter to Joe saying, "If you don't run, I'll never have a chance at redemption." Jason, is it concerning for you to watch Hunter Biden just being so involved, especially he's not a White House official in any way? You have White House officials on the record basically saying, what the hell is happening, concerned that Hunter's hanging around during official time of President Biden. I mean, shouldn't that be a concern?
I don't think it's a concern. I mean, I guess if he's out there making policy decisions, then yes, I'd be a little concerned. But him being around his dad, particularly post-conviction, I think one of the things that we know is that Joe Biden worries about Hunter, and for good reason. So him being close to his father during this period, particularly during a difficult period for both of them, I don't really see as an issue.
But Samantha, I mean, Hunter has so many legal issues right now that he's dealing with. I mean, even from I would say not even a legal perspective, but from I would say PR perspective, it's troubling. I mean, if you were the White House counsel, what would be your advice to Joe Biden?
Yeah, I mean, I think this White House has enough to deal with at the moment, optically, and from a PR perspective. And I think, the notorious crack addict and influence peddler Hunter Biden is really the last thing they need to hear, that he's in the White House potentially. I don't know which is worse, he or Joe Biden making policy decisions at this point. But I think, look, it lends itself toward the continuing narrative that this is a Biden family grift. And the reason that they're hanging on to power is this is a family business. Hunter is well known now for essentially selling access to his dad and to the U.S. government. And I don't think anything that the Biden White House has done this week has helped matters at all.
Yeah, well, Democrats are so worried about losing the election, they're considering taking unconventional approaches to beat Donald Trump.
Other party leaders we talked to are already floating the idea of opening it up to all contenders, having, let's call it a 5-week speed dating primary, maybe having debates between now and the convention, and then leaving it up to the convention. Their number one concern, who can beat Donald Trump?
Earlier today, top Biden ally James Clyburn was asked if he would support a mini primary.
Look at those 700 delegates who are now uncommitted and get into the action. And I do believe that all the delegates are committed only for the first round. And so you can actually fashion the process that's already in place to make it a mini primary, and I would support that, absolutely.
Luke, speed dating, mini primary, I mean, what's going on here?
Well, it's a chaotic Mad Libs right now for the Democrats, and I think the Hunter Biden angle also goes to the whole point of why would you leave office, why would you give up this opportunity? One of the reasons Hunter Biden's probably hanging around Joe Biden is because if his dad leaves the White House, there goes his opportunity for any sort of immunity later on.